All right, buckle up because we are diving headfirst into this absolutely wild story where politics, the media, and one, let's say, very blunt comment all collide. This is a good one. She's stupid. Wow. I mean, you can't get much more direct than that, right? We're talking about the White House press secretary saying this on the record about a major TV anchor. The story behind just those two words, it's nuts.
So, who exactly dropped this bombshell and why? We are going to break it all down. But hey, as we get into it, do me a quick favor and smash that like button. It really helps us out. Okay, let's go.
Okay, first up, the insult. Let's get right to the exact moment this whole thing just exploded.
So picture this. The setting is an interview with the Daily Caller. President Donald Trump is sitting down with his press secretary, a woman named Karoline Leavitt.
So in the middle of this interview, Trump kind of flips the script. He's the one who starts asking the questions. He turns and brings up Margaret Brennan, the host of Face the Nation, and asks his press secretary right then and there for her honest take. And Leavitt, she doesn't even blink. No hesitation, nothing. She just comes right out with it and makes sure everyone knows it's official. Just bam. And it didn't even stop there. Trump immediately jumped in to pile on, and Leavitt totally agreed with him. It was a real 1-2 punch. So, you've got the insult, but who are the people at the center of this media firestorm? Let's quickly meet the players. First up, you've got Karoline Leavitt. She's the White House press secretary, known for being pretty fiery and, well, for delivering that very memorable line. Then, of course, there's President Donald Trump himself. He's the one who basically teed up the whole thing with that one simple question. And finally, the target of it all, Margaret Brennan. She's the veteran anchor for the big Sunday morning show Face the Nation on CBS. Now, a comment that sharp doesn't just materialize out of thin air. To really get it, you gotta understand that there's a backstory to this feud. See, Margaret Brennan has had some seriously tense on-air moments with Trump's team before. We're talking about her grilling Secretary of State Marco Rubio about an Iran strike and really challenging Vice President JD Vance on a speech he gave. She doesn't pull her punches. And the president himself had already made his feelings pretty clear, once saying he was surprised Rubio even went on the show because of the, and I'm quoting here, level of hatred. So yeah, the bad blood was definitely already there. Okay, but this is where the story gets another really fascinating layer. It's this deep contradiction in Leavitt's public persona, a dynamic we're going to call faith versus fury. So on one side, you have the fury. This is the famously fiery press secretary who's known for sharp jabs and who is reportedly called reporters. Let's just say some not-so-nice names. But then there's the faith side. She describes herself as a Jesus-loving Christian. Apparently, her team holds a prayer before every press briefing, and you also never see her without her cross necklace. And Leavitt herself puts her faith right at the center of everything, saying it's the very reason she's in such a powerful job. So it really makes you wonder, right? How do these two sides, the intense fury and the deep faith, fit together? Which brings us to the big question, the takeaway from all this. So, what's the point? Is this just politics as usual? You know, the rough and tumble stuff we always see? Or are we watching the start of a whole new, even more aggressive war between the White House and the media? I really want to know what you think. Drop your take in the comments below. And there you have it, the whole story of faith, fury, and Face the Nation. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more content that cuts right through the noise, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.